Is William Ruto planning the arrest of Gachagua over the Genz protests? Welcome back to our channel. Press the subscribe button for more news bulletins on Royal News, the channel where you get all your trending bulletins. Why is the government trying to associate Rigathi Gachagua with the current Genz protests that is ongoing? Is Rigathi Gachagua the problem, or the problem is that the government does not want to listen to the Genz? They totally refuse to give the Genz a listening ear.
I want to say this in conclusion finally, that what happened yesterday was an attempt to take over power unconstitutionally, to do a coup on the governance, on the government of the Republic of Kenya. We lost an election as ODM. We disputed the election. We went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court told us you have lost the election. We abided by the decision of the Supreme Court. We never attempted to overthrow the government. What the hell can this Rigathi Gachagua do that he can take power through an orthodox means? Gachagua must be arrested as early as tomorrow morning.
Tumesikia mmekuwa na machungu sana na maandamano ya jana, na mmezungumza kwa mapana na marefu. Ni wenyewe mnasema ni maandamano ambayo yalipangwa na kwenye mabano watu kutoka jamii moja ambayo inataka kufanya mapinduzi ya serikali. Labda katika mtizamo wako na maandamano haya ambayo jinsi ambavyo yamekuwa yakiandaliwa, utasema ni vijana ambao wanaandaa maandamano ama kuna wanasiasa ndani ya maandamano haya?
Yule ambaye anaandaa maandamano ni yule ambaye alikuwa naibu wetu wa rais, akang'atuliwa kwa kufukuzwa ofisini kwa kuwa mkabila, na anajaribu kutumia kabila lake kuleta taharuki kwa kutisha na kuharibu mali ya wale ambao pengine nafikiria hawamuungi mkono kisiasa, ili atumie umwagikaji wa damu wa vijana wetu majenzi ili kunusura jahazi lake la kisiasa ambalo tayari limekwisha zama.
Hivyo unasema si vijana ambao wanapanga, ila kuna wanasiasa ndani?
Si vijana ambao wanapanga maandamano. Na hii maandamano si kwamba ni maandamano ya vijana wa Genz. Hii ni maandamano ya wahuni ambao wamekuja kupora, kuharibu mali ya umma na kuharibu mali ya wananchi, vile wanavyoona mali yenyewe ilivyokuwa. Sababu hakuna maandamano yanafanywa hadi usiku, saa 2 ya usiku, saa 3 ya usiku, na maandamano ambayo yamekita mizizi katika maeneo ya kati. Kule ndio mijengo mingi ya serikali imechomwa, mali ya wananchi imeporwa, maduka kuvunjwa, na tunasema yote ikome, na yule naibu rais wetu wa zamani ambaye alingatulia kwa ofisini kwa kufukuzwa akamatwe, apelekwe mahakamani.
Do you think the government is actually planning an arrest for Rigathi Gachagua? It's clear the Senate's discussion was all about Rigathi Gachagua being placed in the middle of Genz protests.
Yesterday was a great success in terms of the police work, even though the distraction that went all the way to almost midnight. All these goons who were brought all the way from Muranga, some of them were brought from Nyeri, some were brought from Kirinyaga, most of these goons were left in town, some were left in Thika Road. And so as they were going back home, they caused immense havoc last night in Thika town, looting people's businesses, mugging people, robbing people in Thika town, and some on their way to Kajiado also caused a lot of havoc on their way. So, and the police were really overwhelmed because now they were doing some of this work in darkness.
The question is very clear. It doesn't actually talk about the 60 that were killed last year. It doesn't talk about the 10 that were killed yesterday. It talks only about the destruction of property. So, Mr. Speaker, it's important. It's very important that we be careful about this issue. Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Junet.
Mr. Speaker, is my deputy, who is not behaving very well also. Mr. Speaker, is he that we are in demonstrations, we have only lost 10 people, 60 people, when he knows very well. We were with him having sofrias on our head, and we lost over 100 people on the road, Mr. Speaker, and he was part of us that time. Why is he not talking about those ones? Only because they are Luos, Mr. Speaker, and their lives don't matter. Luo lives don't matter in this country, Mr. Speaker.
I read what happened in Nairobi County and across the country yesterday. What was supposed to be a peaceful demonstration was not peaceful. Lots of people ended up losing their lives. So many others were injured. And on top of it, a lot of people lost property. and Nairobi came to a standstill, as did many other parts of the country.
Where do you think Rigathi Gachagua is actually being placed in the middle of these demonstrations? Is it because that the goons targeted Kikuyu-based areas to make it look like a political strategy?
Honourable Speaker, it's a question to the former Deputy President. You claim to speak for the Mount Kenya region. Now speak about the destruction of property. Speak about the loss of jobs. Talk about Naivas that was looted in Nyeri. Now talk about those young people that lost jobs in Nyeri. Talk about the lives lost. Now talk about the Kikuyu law court, Honourable Speaker, that was burnt down, Honourable Speaker. Talk about those people who are suffering, Honourable Speaker, when they were going home after doing their business, Honourable Speaker. They were being stalked by goons and they were being asked of money before they passed, Honourable Speaker. If this person speaks about, claims to speak about, for Mount Kenya people, this is the time we want to hear about those people who lost businesses in town, those people that have suffered, Honourable Speaker. And there is no question about it. Honourable Rigathi Gachagua must be arrested. And all the politicians that work under him, they should be arrested and investigated, because we saw some of them moving around and claiming that they are supporting this movement called Genz, which is a lie, Honourable Speaker. There is no movement called Genz. These are criminals. There is nothing like that. There is nothing called Genz, Honourable Speaker. Those are people who are hiding behind a generation to loot and bring anarchy in this country, Honourable Speaker.